Hi, I'm Scott Sabin, the CEO of Plant with Purpose, and I am really excited to be sharing with you about a massive global initiative that we're a part of. The launch of the United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration. And to tell you a little bit more about that, I've invited our Director of Strategic Partnerships, Doug Satry, who's been our representative to a lot of the UN initiatives, to tell us a little bit more about it. So, Doug, what is it? How are we involved? Why is it important?
Thanks, Scott. It's great to be here to be able to talk about this today. And as you said, we're really excited to be part of the UN Decade on Ecosystem Restoration, which is really a rallying cry to try to build momentum and draw attention to the need for ecosystem restoration around the world in the next decade.
That's great. There have been a lot of environmental initiatives in the past. This one, it strikes me as very interesting, focused on ecosystem restoration. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
The idea of ecosystem restoration is intentionally trying to look at the whole of ecosystems and how they integrate and work together. So rather than focusing on a particular problem like deforestation or species loss or even climate change, it's a challenge to help us think holistically about the whole of the ecosystem.
One of the things I think is exciting about it is the fact that we're talking about restoration. For years, the environmental conversation has centered on conservation, preservation, maintaining the little that's left. And Plant with Purpose has been engaged in restoring watersheds, restoring ecosystems. And I love the fact that that is being acknowledged.
One of the things that we find so hopeful about this initiative, as we've seen in our work for many years now, is that when we work with the whole of the ecosystem, that's really where restoration happens.
Interesting. Is it getting much of a response?
You know, we have been really pleased to see around the world, not only governments, but corporations making big pledges to plant 1 trillion trees. That's one of them in support of this, is the Trillion Tree Initiative that we're also a part of. I should say we just passed a milestone ourselves and we planted 40 million trees. And we've made a pledge through the Trillion Tree Initiative to plant another 40 million trees in just the next 5 years.
I think it's a tremendous opportunity to be a witness and to highlight the witness of our partners. People who've been planting trees now for well over 35 years as an expression of their faith, and being able to amplify their voice and make known what they're doing is a really exciting thing.
People of faith here in the U.S. and especially in the areas where we work have recognized that we have a spiritual and Christian responsibility to care for ecosystems. And so that is really a phenomenal thing to see.